Hello, everyone. You're listening to the I Go with Ego podcast, bringing you guests with first-hand experience in studying abroad and seizing personalities excelling in the workforce. We want you to own your journey and be the best you can be. Now presenting your host, Ego Kelly Ekakite.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the I Go with Ego podcast. I have a very good friend of mine here, Steven. Steven, welcome to the I Go with Ego podcast. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Ego. I'm so excited to be here, to join this experience. And I also want to just say thank you for bringing me here and, just having to share my own experience as well. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you so much for accepting. People have been asking me, oh, what about Canada? Okay, don't worry. We'll bring a guest from Canada to tell us about his own experience and some questions that can help other people that want to apply there. So before we start, could you tell my audience about you, something exciting that can get to know you?
Sure. So my name is Steven Ogwebu. Yeah. I'm originally from Nigeria, so I'm currently doing my master's in the University of Toronto. I'm studying cities engineering and management. My specialization is in transportation planning and transportation engineering. What do I do for fun? I like playing soccer. I love sports. I like playing tennis as well. I enjoy listening to music and, reading sometimes, thanks to Audible.
Right. Audible's a good one. I tell you, it's a good one. Yeah. And it's always good to have that leisure and that time for oneself. It's important. So
in times like this, especially, with COVID and all of this, it's very good for you to find something to do for fun, since you can't really connect with people as you would like to,
I agree, and it's just crazy how it's almost over a year now, and we're still maxing up, and hopefully people can get the vaccines, and hopefully we can get the herd immunity we need, for people to walk out freely again and hug our friends freely again. That would be great. How was growing up in your home country, Nigeria, like for you compared to where you are now?
I was born in Edo State, in the Benin City, for those people. So this is like, the south part of Nigeria, so that's where I was born. And I grew up in a family of, I have 6 elder ones, so I had a lot of people around me growing up. I think I'm like a reflection of them because I'm someone that enjoy learning from people, But now moving to Canada, where I am right now, I'm all by myself, so that transition and just like living with so many people, but now you're kind of like living by yourself and learning to grow, in your own space is definitely different, But I actually do appreciate, the time I spent in those states in Benin City. I learned a lot from my school to like just going there. From then on, moving to Lagos, where, I got some college courses as well, So it's really been a journey. It's really been a journey for sure.
I'm from Delta. I grew up in Delta, but I stayed in Edo State, Benin City for over 6 years. So I know Benin City so well. Like my second home is like 45 to 1 hour drive from my own home, Sapele in Delta State. So
that's where we connected, right? That was where we connected the first time.
Absolutely, yeah.
ages ago, but it's awesome.
Small world, small world.
Okay, so just a quick backstory. So after I finished my high school in Edo State, I went to the UK. So in the UK, I did my undergrad in civil engineering, and I liked it. It was good. I needed some experience, some foreign experience. So after doing that in the UK, I went back to Nigeria to do NYSC and all of that. Then decided that, okay, you know what? I'm going to go do my master's, and I don't want to do it in the UK because of how difficult it is, So I decided to just come to Canada. I have a sister that lives in Ottawa, so she had done her own master's in Canada, in Ottawa. Her husband has done the same as well. And I came in Canada in 2018 just to visit them, and it was just awesome. Like I felt at home for some reason, It was just very relaxed and very, it felt like a place that was promising. It was the place that the people and also like the city, they have the ambition to grow. So I wanted to experience that. But something different is I visited Canada in the summer, so I thought it was always going to be nice and sunny.
Right.
You know, but when the winter hit, it was completely, it was something else, you know. But altogether, it was, you know, it was a great choice, I think, I believe, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, don't let people from America hear you, because they're like, oh no. When I came here too, I came in, I think in July. So the snow had not started falling. They're like, oh yeah, it's beautiful. But when the snow started, it was bad. The cold was crazy. But no way compared to Canada's cold. So I give you kudos for that. Kudos for the holiday.
You have to be ready. So people that are thinking about coming to Canada, you have to start ordering your jacket, you know.
Right.
You have to start getting yourself nicely, you know, warmed up, because it's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
You know? But it's not so bad. You get used to it with time. Yeah.
True. I agree. How was the application process for you when you were applying to study in Canada? How was it for you? Was it straightforward? You had to go through many hurdles?
So for applying, I applied. I first of all applied kind of when it was late.
Okay.
You know, the deadline was around April, you know, to come to my master's at University of Toronto.
Okay.
And I applied like till the end of March, because that's when I kind of made a decision to come to Canada. You know, so I was waiting, because after the deadline, I didn't hear back from them. You know, I was just like hopeful, because I also applied to other universities like University of Ottawa.
Yeah.
And I was just, you know, looking out to see, you know, Ottawa said it was already too late. So I was just looking out. Toronto was the only choice I had.
Yeah.
So applying, you know, after a while, it took me in, and you know, it was straightforward. And from then on, I had to now start the visa application. Yeah. So I started the visa application. It was pretty straightforward. But one thing I'll tell you for sure is, because I've already had like travel history. You know, I've been to the UK. You know, I've also had opportunity to travel and visit the US. So that was pretty helpful. That was pretty good. So it wasn't too stressful. It was good altogether. Just for the fact that I applied late and I was still able to get in, I would say it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. And there's something you said that got my attention. That travel history. You know, for some they've never traveled before. For some they've traveled before. If you travel before, it helps you. You know, they know you've gone there, you've come back to the country. So it always just to pay a visit to one of the countries around. It counts for something on your passport. It counts for something. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. You know, so just any opportunity you have to travel, any opportunity, just try to take it. You know, you never know when it will count, you know. So yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
So being in Canada all this while, there's a question that I think it's necessary to ask. What has been the most difficult obstacle that you've had to face being in Canada?
So one of the main ones is, you know, in my school. So when I first came, it was quite difficult to kind of integrate in my school, because my school is kind of just known to have Black people underrepresented. You know, so that was kind of different. You know, I didn't really feel like I really fit in just the first couple of weeks. But the good thing is that my program, which is Cities Engineering and Management, I'm going to say that clearly, because I think that's a great program.
Nice.
And just the cohort, just the group of students that I was studying with, you know, we built a community. Do you know what I mean? So people that were struggling, people that had, you build that community, because people that studied in Canada, they already kind of know how it goes, especially people that studied in the same university. They already know how things are. It's kind of different studying in Canada from the UK. It's honestly different. You know, so if you're not on that same wavelength, you need some time to catch up. You know, so I think that community really helped. And, you know, just not now having a lot of Black professors, for example, was also like a challenge, you know, but you know, with time, you just get to find your footing and just feel like you also have a voice, and you can also, you know, and the school is pretty good because they try to include, you know, they try to be inclusive in what they do. So that was also very helpful. Go for some events, you know, I'm there to speak and talk about how they can be more inclusive, you know. So any idea I have in promoting this is also very valid, and they also listen. So that's also very good. Some other issues was like issue with information, I think, which is important for the audience to hear. You know, it's always very important to have clear information before you accept any offer. especially in terms of school fees, you know, because they can tell you, because my situation, I'm lucky enough that, you know, I was funded by my family and my parents and all that, you know, but I didn't get the clear information which other international students within my program also did not get, you know. So they said that, you know, you're going to be paying X amount until you now come to the country and start seeing that, oh, it's slightly different, you know. So I think it's also very important to get all those issues cleared up, you know, at the start before you come in, you know. So those are the two main things, but everything else is pretty good.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. It's important that people know these things. Well, we've heard Stephen. We'll go on a short break now. When we come back, Stephen will still be here on the podcast. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the short break. I still have my friend Stephen Obebu here. So welcome back, Stephen. Hope you're still good.
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the break.
Awesome. When you talk about navigating, studying in Canada, what does it mean to you?
When you come to Canada, a lot of things can be happening. Sometimes people come in September, people come in December. First thing, you know, the weather is crazy, you know, depending on the time you come. And it takes them a while to actually even like maybe visit the school, to adjust, to even know what's going on. You know, it can be overwhelming sometimes. But the reason why you came to this country is to study. So you should start by going to that school and getting all the information that you need. You know, so ask the right question, ask whether you're taking the courses you need to take. You might need some documentations, you know, like a SIN number, for example. If you need to work 20 hours, you need to get your SIN number so that you can work for 20 hours, which is similar to the way it is in the UK as well. And also, like, get help as much as you can, because, like I said, it's overwhelming sometimes. So if you need to speak to someone, just try to get as much help. There's so many people that are there to help you.
So as an international student coming from, let's say, Ghana, you study in Canada, can I work on campus or off campus?
So yeah, definitely. You can work. If you work off campus, it's obviously better because, you know, you're gaining experience, which is important. You know, they love Canadian experience when you're trying to get into the workforce. You know, but you can, as a student, you can only work 20 hours.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So you can only work 20 hours during when school is on session. So if you're an undergrad student, during the summertime, you can work 40 hours, you can work longer hours. But if you are, you know, during school session, just 20 hours. Also in masters, for masters, it's different. It's different in masters because masters, they expect that even in summer, you're going to be taking classes. So you still work 20 hours in masters. Only this exception if you're taking a master's like mine. Because I'm taking a master's that requires internship for you to graduate. So when you take a master's like mine, the school will give you a letter, then you have to apply to get a co-op visa. So a co-op visa can allow you work 40 hours even in the summer or any other time when your internship is on, you know. So that's another key thing that made me pick the program I picked up, because you get to do an internship, which is very important when you're trying to settle in Canada. You know, some people come in the country and they're having hopes to remain, gain foreign experience and learn stuff. So it's always very important to set yourself up so it's easier, because it's not very easy getting a job after your program. It can be tough, it can be depressing, to say the least. You know, it can be, you know, I have friends that waited, you know, they later got it, but so it's also very important. So one other thing I would like to say when navigating, you have to push the boundary. Nothing good comes easy. So one of my mentors tells me you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You know? So coming in here, if you wanna really, you have to be uncomfortable to actually grow and push your boundaries. Because if it means you're taking difficult technical courses so that you can get a job at the end, you have to do what you have to do, you know. So the courses that I've been able to, because right now I'm doing my internship with the Ministry of Transportation, Ontario. You know, the specific courses that I had to take, which I didn't enjoy, which was difficult, but just to put that boundary so I can get something at the end, you just have to do what you have to do. So
I agree. You have to always be ready to push and fight for what you believe in and tell your story like never before. No one can tell your story like yourself. And that's why you see we do this, for everyone to come here, tell the story, to keep pushing. Because the opportunities are there. They're lying down there, but no one will point to you. You have to find them in those difficult places. And I was telling a friend, most of the trips I've made in America to almost 30 states have all been paid for. My tuition every semester is almost $15,000. It's all being paid for. I'm not paying for a jack because we saw opportunities, we grabbed them, we used them, we got the A's and not the B's, and maybe the B's, but not the C's, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So when you're coming here, first in the school, second thing, put your head down, and three, look for opportunities, like you said, because they're everywhere there.
They're everywhere. Just go and get it. Go get it. You know, nobody's gonna come tell you. No one knows you. No. You know, you can have people that know you and all this, but not, you know, but for you to be able to, you know, get it, you have to ask the questions, find it, and go grab it, because this is yours if you go grab it. If you knock, it will open, you know.
I agree.
And God as well. God is also very important in this.
Absolutely.
Things, you know?
Absolutely. Favor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So have you been involved in any leadership opportunities in college?
You know, so I've had, last summer I worked at university. This was an outreach program, so I can just share a little bit more light on that. So I was a course instructor, you know, so the idea was just to reach out to Black high school students and teach them about the university experience, teach them courses that we are taking at university. So that was very, you know, interesting, because I didn't know I had that ability to actually teach people, and they'll be able to get something out of it, you know. So I was a course instructor. I taught designing tomorrow's sustainable cities, and my and the focal point was in transportation plan.
I saw it on LinkedIn. It was on LinkedIn,
yeah.
On LinkedIn too.
Yeah. Putting together your syllables, you know, you can actually see what professors go through. You know, you can see how they arrange their teaching, their materials for the course, the activities, especially because it's younger students. You have to provide engaging materials, you know. So that was also very interesting. It helped me become more confident in presenting, in teaching, and also just getting feedback. As the more you teach, you learn, you get better, you know. So I was also part of some, you know, association in the university. I was the VP socials for my department, which is civil and mineral. You know, so I learned a lot going for meetings, organizing stuff. That was interesting as well.
Yeah, one thing study abroad has taught me is that the more you put in, the more you get out of things. You cannot afford to come study abroad and just be in your room and go to class and come back. Nothing will be there for you. So the more you put in, the more you get out, and that's life, honestly. So
yeah, it's an investment, you know.
It is. It is.
And someone actually, a friend of mine actually told me this today. It's an investment that is in your own hands. So,
I agree.
So if you're investing in it, just know that it's in your own hands, and whatever it comes out, it's what you were able to make out of it.
I need to know your friend. We need to be best friends. So those words are powerful. I agree. What are the achievements that you are most proud of?
Wow, you know, I'm still trying to achieve more. True. There's always so many goals to. But one thing I would say, you know, being able to work in the Ministry of Transportation Ontario, doing what I'm currently doing my internship, is something I was actually proud of, considering the pandemic, how difficult it is for people to get jobs and all that. I think that's something that I'll just say, and you know, I'm working as a transportation planner, and I'm loving it so far. The application process, the interview process was very smooth and straightforward, and just being able to grow, you know, being able to do things that I wasn't ordinarily interested in doing before, and just putting myself, leaving my comfort zone a little bit, you know. I'm trying to go into entrepreneurship. I don't think if I wasn't in this environment, I would be thinking so much about it, you know, or actually knowing how to go around it. But being here, there's been that opportunity to learn and just, if you have a knack for entrepreneurship, there's that support that is typically not in places like Nigeria, our motherland. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, so for anyone that wants to come to Canada or want to follow the same footsteps you followed, what do you want to tell them?
I would just say, we've kind of highlighted it before. I would just say, you have to just leave your comfort zone. You have to push yourself out there. Be comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're gonna be in so many uncomfortable situations. Don't be scared of it. Don't be. Just do it. Just do it, and you will. No matter how, even if it goes horribly, even if it doesn't go as well as you think, it's the learning process. Tomorrow you get better. So, one thing I would say, also, like, just knowing the reason why you came here, being focused, ultra focused is key, because sometimes, I've been in situations, because I've studied in the UK, I've also come across so many people that were my classmates, and they go to the UK, they travel out of the country, and they lose the focus for why they went there. They could be carried away by other friends, maybe partying too much, especially for the undergrads. So that is something that you should always keep in mind. This place is really attractive. This place has so many things to do. So scholarships, either you came in with scholarship or your parents are also financing you, is also very important for you to just remain focused. And in terms of scholarship, there's also so many scholarship opportunities, like the likes of MasterCard Foundation. They give out people scholarships. That know friends that have really benefited from that. They've secured their undergrad, they secured their masters, on the MasterCard. There's also so many scholarship opportunities that you should also check. Me personally, I wasn't financed, through scholarship. It's available. You just have to go get it, find it, and you can definitely scale through.
Thank you for that. Now before I let you go, I see that you're wearing a shirt. So if it's a brand or Tradr, would love to get to know about it, please.
Yes, definitely. So Tradr is my little, I'll call it my little baby.
Okay.
It's a platform that is for Africa, by Africans. So this is like an e-commerce platform where we're just trying to connect buyers to to shoppers, physical markets. There are people in this market that can help you fulfill your shopping requirements. So you don't necessarily have to go to the market. You just connect with people in that market, and they help you do all the running around, and your goods or whatever items you're buying is safely delivered to your house. We're just trying to provide convenience. We're trying to provide, accessibility. We're trying to, the market women that have been, marginalized. We're trying to put them back on the mainstream, put them back on a digital platform. So that's really the goal. And like myself, I'm someone that's really, that's looking to create something that's going to be impactful. That's really going to really improve the lives of people, both the young, the old. I'm really enthusiastic and really passionate about Africa. I think there are a lot of opportunities there. Also people that are studying. Study is amazing to study, but also think about how you can give back and how you can do something, learn the skill that you need to learn and take it back and improve the lives of people that are there. So yeah, we're currently working on Tradr. You can check us on Instagram, Tradr, tradr.ng. Okay. That's our website. You can check us on Instagram. It's all on there. So yeah, you guys can come in and follow the progress.
Yeah, that's a beautiful brand and idea. So it means that if I go back to Lagos today, Nigeria today, and I'm in the comfort of my Airbnb or house, and I can do Tradr and hey, I need to buy rice and beans and all that, and bring it to that is absolutely dope. That's unique. That is awesome. Great job. I'm so proud. Great job. So please, you all have heard him. Please go out there, check them out, and download the app, turn on the website, and hopefully you can get all you need when you go back to Nigeria. That also, or any country in Africa if you choose to expand. So great job.
Exactly. There's an opportunity for growth. So definitely,
absolutely. So before I let you go, lastly, two things. What's something on your bucket list that you want to do in Canada that you've not done so far, and any shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, I'm someone that loves traveling. I enjoy, I like adventure. So I'm looking to go do some camping with my friends this summer, hopefully. And when things open up, I'm also looking to also travel to countries around, these places. Like I enjoy traveling and seeing nice places. So like, Mexico, go to the Caribbean to see what's really going on down there. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. And just shout out to my friends and my family, which have really been a source of support for me so far in this journey. Shout out to the community that in my school, my program, my CEM program, Cities Engineering and Management program. You guys are the best. You guys, love you guys for all the support and everything. And yeah, pretty much that. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be here as well. Thank you so much, Igor.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen, for being a wonderful guest. That means a lot to me. And I know, thank you also for giving us and my audience words of wisdom with regards to studying in Canada. Thank you so much. Stay safe. And everyone is still Stephen. Follow him on Instagram. What's your handle on Instagram? What's your handle?
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is Sizu, SIZU X10. So Sizu X10. And I'm also active on LinkedIn, so if you can just check out Stephen Ogwebu, you're definitely gonna find me on LinkedIn. So definitely add me, guys. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen. Well, you've heard Stephen. Thank you guys for listening. Please don't forget, COVID is still out there. If you have the opportunity to get a vaccine, please get the vaccine. It's safe. I've had my vaccine so far. And please, if you want to wear your mask, please wear your mask so that hopefully in the future we can hug our loved ones again. We can hang out with friends again. And do it to follow us on all social media handles at I Go.